It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
On the option to give to Swift here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19. Probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not the one that starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Silver, ready? Delta.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith will come in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Escaping the pressure right. Going to look deep here for Pacheco. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They start the drive here with Gainwell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try it now with Swift. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, and they go with Swift again. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Past the 20. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On the end around, here comes Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, easy, 63, bang. Hey, 73.
They'll throw now on the final play. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Mahomes to throw once more. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-six on the other side, and now they get a pick-six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match the opposition's pick-six from earlier in this game.
So they throw the pick-six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Motion left, Smith. On second down, Swift. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here comes Swift. But he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
73.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They only needed one, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
Well, the field goal attempt is well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 26 yards. And their first down on the Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
And they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Going to look deep here for Pacheco. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this fourth quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Richie James. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Great, set.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, 47 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Sidney Brown with it. He's to the 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick-6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick-6s, oh yeah, they enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Richie James, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Mahomes.